Welcome, everybody, to the CTV Update for Wednesday, June 17th. Boy, we're getting close to the longest, the day with the most daylight in it. Sunset, sunrise. It's like I'm out last night. I'm on my back deck, and I'm looking out, and I'm going, oh, it must be about 8:30, because I still see it's pretty light outside. I looked out, it's 9:15. And if you haven't seen it, hopefully, I've been watching this for the last month. Venus and Jupiter have been putting on a dance for us. Venus is really bright in the western sky. Jupiter's a little less bright, and Venus orbit overtook Jupiter. At one point, they were like this far apart. Like you could put two fingers up, and that's how far apart they were. And now the new moon has come out, and they're still there. It's just a beautiful thing to see. If you get a clear night, look out in that western sky. It's just beautiful. And summer starts on Sunday. Finally, summer is going to be here. So a lot going on this week environmentally anyway, in terms of that. But if you get a chance, watch that dance between, well, the dance is over. Now Venus is moving farther away from Jupiter, but it's still nice to watch. Okay. Had the Canadian Open last week. Mm-hmm. Now we have the U.S. Open. The U.S. Open pool came out. Gentlemen, it's time to put up our picks. By the way, we want to welcome Nolan here with us today. Cam is under the weather, so Nolan's filling in for him. And Nolan, we're going to start off with you in terms of who are you picking.
Put you on the hot spot
right away. We got to know, your main pick and then maybe a couple of other choices.
Yeah, so I think my main pick for this week, my favorite pick, is going to be Justin Thomas.
Whoa!
I'm a long-time fan of Justin Thomas, so it'll be good to see him doing good again.
Oh, good.
But who I think has a good chance this week, I'm thinking Tommy Fleetwood might have a good go.
Tommy Fleetwood. Yeah. Now, why would you say him?
So back in 2018, he actually came second. He was the runner-up, so plays pretty good at Shinnecock.
Well, what's so special about 2018?
That's when the last U.S. Open was at Shinnecock.
Ah, so he knows the course.
He's done his research, ladies and gentlemen.
He's out for it. Okay, who you got?
Well, hard to not look at the number one player in the world and say he's got a chance. I think he's got a chance any golf course he tees it up on. But John, I'm going to tell you, your guy, he's always dependent on that putter.
Yeah.
Those greens at Shinnecock, they're like greens I've never seen before. They have to keep them at 11.5 because if they go any faster, they get unplayable. Watching last night with some live from coverage, which I like to do during the majors, and Smiley Kaufman is their guy that does all the stuff, and he's out there on the 11th hole. The 11th hole was very controversial the last time in 2018. Yeah, and he had a couple shots where he chipped it into a bank, pops up onto the green, rolls over the other side and into a bunker. And then he says, okay, I'm going to try putting it. Tries and putts it up the hill, gets it up to basically the brink of the hill, rolls back to his feet. And he's like, ladies and gents, don't know what to say. Good luck to everybody. And this was Tuesday night, everybody. Like, come on. By the time we get to Sunday, it's crazy. So Scotty, I think it's a good pick, but I'm not picking him. Matt Fitzpatrick plays tough golf courses extremely well. Runner-up at Canadian Open. Similar type of golf course. North Course is very similar to Shinnecock. Some long grass, rolling hills. Greens are big. And Shinnecock's greens are big, but the actual playing surface where you need to be extremely small. So I think he's a good pick. Always have to go and look at Justin Rose. Justin Rose, U.S. Open champ. Marion is not at all like Shinnecock, but it's a U.S. Open. It's the toughest test of the year. So I think he's the guy to look out for as a dark horse. If you call Justin Rose a dark horse, I don't know. But what do you think? Who do you got?
Well, okay, I agree that Scheffler probably will not win it. I picked him anyway because he's going to be in the top 10. The idea is to get points, all right? I know he's going to get points. I don't know who in that top 10 is going to get points, but I know Scheffler will. Can't putt worth a damn, but when he's, maybe he can two-putt a few greens. I don't know. Is that the course where they had to actually get the water hose one year and what that 11th?
Number 7.
Number
7
7.
and 11 are both the challenging.
So Scheffler, no chance to win. Probably going to be top 10 though. That's good. Surprisingly, I did pick Justin Thomas as one of my picks.
There you go.
Yeah.
I went with Justin. And I always go with Rose. Always go with Justin Rose. I just think he's an experienced player. He knows how to prepare for these things. And he's always seems to be mentally ready for this. Doesn't let those, greens bother him. He'll find a way. So I think he's also a good pick. He's always there. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Going to be exciting to watch. Especially watching them struggle. It's nice to watch pros struggle sometimes.
I love
It really is. I feel terrible saying that. I know they make their living doing it, but when we struggle every day and they struggle once in a while, it's nice to see it happen.
So quick question here. I'm going to ask Nolan because apparently Nolan did his research with picking Tommy Fleetwood as a runner-up. So Brooks Koepka, obviously. And I know Cam's got some picks here too. And so Cam says, he's like, you know what, I'm going to go with Scotty Scheffler. And I'm like, okay, well, safe. But he said, keep an eye on Brooks Koepka. Brooks Koepka, 2018 champion. Do you remember? And I'm going to ask you, I think I kind of remember, but I don't know off the top of my head. What was his score? Do you remember?
I think the final score was Brooks Koepka at +1 and Tommy at +2.
There you go.
Finish off.
So it's going to be probably an over par winner. But Brooks is a good pick. Really think he might do well. Beware the wounded golfer. Had his 2 fingers last week on Sunday. Had to withdraw from the Canadian Open, unfortunately. Had numb fingers. Was worried about his status for the U.S. Open. Watched his press conference yesterday, says, hey, you know what, I'm playing better now than I did in 2018 when I won here.
Well,
Scary to hear, scary to think for the field. We'll see.
we'll see what happens. Cam just passed this on to me from the community. It's a turtle advisory. As you're coming into Marina Drive by the mailboxes, some snapping turtles have apparently laid their eggs there. The RVCA is trying to gather the eggs to incubate them indoors, but they may not get them all. Be careful, don't go on the shoulders of the road, and they will have a sign warning you in terms of that, but it's one of those things, this is the time they lay their eggs, and you don't know where they're going to do it. So, it's on between the mailboxes and the stops en route to the golf club. We have several snapping turtles and one banding turtle endangered that have laid eggs on the side of the road. So watch out for that, please. Okay. Sunday, very rainy day. Did they cancel the Solheim Cup on Sunday?
They did.
Okay.
Yeah.
But things started going real bad. We lost our water. And I've lived in Manotick since 1980. Over the years, I've had to replace 3 water pumps. So I know how difficult, it's not difficult for the guys replacing it, really it isn't, but it's a difficult procedure because once you pull something out of that well, you roil up the water, the bacteria is all roiled up. You got to wait till it all settles. You got to run the water for a couple of hours to make sure it's all gone. So it's not straightforward. We're in that process now. We had even more difficulties in that. Perhaps you can update us where we are.
Absolutely. So positive news, everybody. Well pump repair has been completed, which is fantastic. So yesterday, Tuesday, test was submitted to the city. Typically takes a day or two. Hopeful, maybe sometime today or tomorrow. But definitely by the weekend, I would see that we would have no further issues. Well, as soon as we have an update on when, right now, water can still be used, bathrooms can still be used at the clubhouse, all that stuff. We do try and limit the amount of intake that you take. But at the end of the day, please just don't drink it for the time being. signs are up for that, just as a reminder. But as soon as we get the all clear from the city that the test has passed, which we're confident that it will, we'll let everybody know, and the club will resume full activity at that point. We do have bottled water that's out on the golf course, out by the first tee, out at the staging area here as well. So please feel free to take a bottle of water. Make sure you've got something to hydrate yourself, because it is still warm. It is approaching summer, so want to make sure that everybody is fully hydrated for the day.
Yeah. Let's hope this will be redundant by the time they see this tomorrow. Father's Day, Sunday. I'm not going to talk about the specials. They're coming later. I got to tell you right now, course is packed. I put in for a time for 12. I got 2. It's packed, folks. So get out and enjoy the day with your father, or if you're bringing your sons out like I am, have a good day. We have the Carom Grudge match on Sunday, and it's never about betting. We don't bet money. It's bragging rights, and that's a lot worse than money. Believe me, that's a lot worse than money. They get to brag for a whole year, so that hurts. Anyway, enjoy Father's Day. It's coming soon. Okay. Every year this happens, especially at this time of year. The weather gets, we start getting hot weather. We get lightning, we get thunder. We've talked about this before, but listen, this is getting serious here. We got to warn you about a few things.
For sure. So it is very, very important. One of the most important things, and it's a very, very important reminder for everybody, that when that horn does go, you'll hear one long horn blast, and that means that play is suspended. So at that point in time, even if it's your last hole, or you're on the 17th green, and you look up and it looks like it's sunny, looks like there's nothing around, horn goes off for a reason. So what it does is it gets within an area of the golf course, any lightning strike, it detects that activity, and it will sound the horn, because we want to ensure that it's not going off the moment that it's within this immediate area. We give you plenty of time to find shelter, to come back to the club, to get away from those areas so that you're safe. This is a health and safety policy. It's not an optional policy by any means. It's something that as soon as that horn goes off, we need to stop play immediately. So unfortunately, yesterday the horn went off at around 5:30. And there were still several groups continuing play during the storm, which is a very serious concern. We need to go, and as soon as that horn goes off, it's about 10 minutes, Nolan, right? 10 minutes for that horn to then have an all clear. So you need to just, pull off to the side, find a shelter, find an area where, even if it's sunny, you never know what's coming, what could strike at any time. So please take it seriously and help us keep everyone safe. There will be a memo going out today with the lightning policy as well. But like I say, it's not something to take lightly. It's, I think in 2023, unfortunately, we had a strike at another club in the city, and a couple people did pass away. So it is very, very important. That's why these detection systems are in place, to keep you safe. So we ask that you do your part and stop play and wait until it's safe to resume.
Not a good idea to take Lee Trevino's advice and put up your 2-iron, because not even God can hit one of those. But this is not. This is serious. I mean, I've seen the blue streaks on this course. I mean, it came out of nowhere. We didn't even have a lightning warning system. It just came out. I remember being on the 4th hole, and it just a blue streak right across, not more than maybe 50 yards from me. I was shaking after that. It was really serious. So yeah, lightning you don't fool around with. Okay, nominating committee has sent out their information. If you want to serve on the board of directors, please put your name forward. Now, there is one restriction. You have to be in here at least 2 years. But if you do want to serve, please see Phil Byrne or email Phil Byrne to express your interest as a member of our board of directors. So, or talk with Phil. he'll be better able to advise you as to what's going to be available this year in terms of for running. So we look forward to volunteers. This club runs on volunteers. They run that board of directors. So important to the future. Look at all the decisions they had to make this last year about the club, about the turf facility, and all how we're going to be spending our money and how they're going to navigate through all this. And these are dedicated people that have come forward. It's a great opportunity. I've said this so many times. You learn so much from being on that board. You may not agree with what everybody says, but everybody's coming at it from a different perspective. They may have been an engineer, they may have been a scientist, they may have worked in government. In my education, in my area, it was education. And they all attack problems in a different way, but you learn something from that you can enrich yourself in what you're doing. So please consider the nominating committee. Okay. Greens Committee put out a memo. I'm starting to see ball marks on the green now. As pitiful as I hit the ball, sometimes I actually do make a ball mark. You need to talk about the care of the course.
For sure. Yeah, just always on the golf course, especially on the greens and fairways, really making sure we're always doing our part as members to take care of our golf course. I was playing golf yesterday and was on number 8 green, and I think I fixed maybe 6 divots on the green that day.
Yeah.
So just making sure we're all doing our part in the fairways, replacing our divots, filling in sand. So doing all the important stuff we can as members.
Yeah, and you know, up to now it's been hard to find them because the greens have been a little longer, you know, and we were looking, can't find them. So after a while, you get a little laissez-faire. Oh, I'm not going to find it. Well, yeah, you're going to find them now. Yeah, you're going to find them now. So please fix those. Please rake the sand traps. I'm seeing unraked sand traps. Please rake them. And one thing I wanted to emphasize, and Joel will tell you, do not put the seed mixture in the rough. If you make a divot in the rough, don't put the seed mixture. It's a different grass. He doesn't want that grass in the rough. The rough will repair itself. It's big enough. You can find your divot, put it back, of course, but it will repair itself. The fairways, however, yes, use the seed mixture to repair your divots. Food and beverage survey went out this week. I hope you all filled it out. I hope you all put down as a future thing we want to see on the menus your chili nachos, because I know you all love them. You all love them like I do. But you know, that's how we get our new menus, and I think it's important for the new restaurant manager to, when they're coming in, to see what the club is thinking on that. So please take the time to fill out the survey. It won't take long. It's very short. 5 minutes. And chili nachos, I'll put the spelling of it on the thing here if you want. Nachos, Nachos. So please, nachos, chili. Thank you. Sunday?
Lots of that.
I'm going into the pro shop. What am I going to see?
Going to see lots of things. It's a great opportunity for you to shop for Dad or shop for yourself, John. Find a few things you might see, and away you go. So members this week in the shop save 15% off any apparel. It's a great opportunity to stock up on some of the new arrivals in the shop this year. Shrixon, again, great deal. Great deal on golf balls. What can I say? Dad might have lost a golf ball or two so far this spring. I know myself, I've lost a few. I know last year my kids took advantage of a promotion through Titleist, same kind of thing, where they have the number 1 dad on the ball. I pay more attention when I pull that ball out of my bag. I don't want to lose that ball. And when I'm playing with the kids, they'll ask, hey, do you have the ball? And I'm like, well, lost a couple. But anyway, Shrixon deal, great deal there. Buy one, get one free on any combination. It's got to be, you know, you've got the top of the line ball. You get one of those, you get one free. You've got the mid-tier, the lower tier pricing. It's all buy one, get one free. We've got a ton of them in the shop. Great opportunity to stock up. 4 dozen per member, please, just to ensure that everybody has the opportunity to take advantage of the promotion. We've got, like I say, some trunk shows, tent sales. We've got those kind of coming up over the next couple of weeks as well. More information to follow there. But like I say, we've got a lot of really good things going on in the shop. Golf shoes, it's a great Father's Day present. You know, Dad walks out on the golf course. Dad plays 5 times a week, and he has 1 pair of shoes. please note that dad should probably have 2 or 3 pairs of shoes, because over time, what ends up happening, you wear that shoe down, where if you can circulate those shoes to mix and match, the apparel choices that dad has, it's a great opportunity to keep the life cycle of those shoes a little bit longer. So lots of shoes available. Echo, FootJoy, we've got a little bit of Puma, some Nike. We've got Adidas in there. We've got everything you might want, and at a variety of price points too. So stop in, say hello. Team will be there all weekend, and look forward to helping out you and maybe the dads that are in there that say, hey, I need this, I need that, and away we go. We get them set up.
Yeah, for those new members, if you get one of those personalized golf balls, it's better not to put your name on it, and I'll tell you why. Jeff Cordes lives on the 3rd hole. He's just off to the left. He gets a lot of balls in his backyard, and all of a sudden, you'll get a visit from Jeff at the most inopportune time, probably with all your friends around you, and he'll come and give you back your golf balls, tell you where you lost them. It's like the Grim Reaper coming to see you. Thank you, Jeff. June 22nd, we have our annual Spring Town Hall meeting. The main purpose is to provide members with an update of all the activities of the board and management, and present a financial update from our treasurer. The meeting will also discuss the progress made about our turf facility. You can come to the meeting at 7:30, or you can join it by Zoom. It's out there. We're letting you know. June 22nd, next week, 22nd is when, Tuesday?
Monday.
Yeah, Monday.
Yeah.
Monday night. July 1st. We only have a flag day that day. What are we doing on that day?
Yeah, so on Canada Day, we'll be doing our annual flag game, just as always. Sign up and registration will just be at the first tee. There'll be normal tee times that day, so use the ballot system and get your regular scheduled tee time. We'll have flags ready for you, and basically how it works, you take your handicap, add it to the par of whatever tees you're playing that day, and once you've reached the very end, so let's say you're a 4 handicap, it's par 71, once you've got to 75 shots, you'll put your flag down in the ground there, and basically the goal is to see if you can keep your flag for the whole round.
Your name's on the flag. We know where you stopped. It's embarrassing for me because when I get stopped on 13 every year, it's not a good thing. I'm the first to put my flag down. Yes, I must win something. No. And in case of ties, and there are people that play the whole course and never hit their thing, they actually, I think you draw or something. You do a draw?
I think last year we ended up doing a draw for that winner.
Okay, July 4th. Sounds like a nice day. It's a Saturday. Sounds like a nice day. Initiation member party. Why don't you tell us about that?
Yeah.
It's a great opportunity, where we invite all of our initiated members to that member appreciation. July 4th, 5 to 9, summer fair. So basically, food stations. So pizza, a taco shack, barbecue, wings, fish and chips, poutine, ice cream, love ice cream, and of course live music. It's a great opportunity to come out, spend some time at the club. Hopefully at that point, we'll have some nice sunny, warm days where we can be out on that back patio and be able to. And again, the nice thing is that time of year, as John said earlier, daylight is at its, still at its peak, so have a little bit of extended time outside, enjoying the weather and enjoying time with your fellow members and meeting some new ones as well, and some visits from the staff, and it's just a great opportunity, and it's hard to believe that we're talking July already. That's one of the biggest things that just is unbelievable, but and the midway point, but at the end of the day, it's a great opportunity to come in and enjoy the day and enjoy the club.
Notice we didn't say that the summer solstice day is the longest day, because the longest day doesn't make sense. They're all the same. They all have 24 hours in them. I think there's a second or something, or a half a second longer, but they were the most daylight. Just a heads up. July 17th, it's a Friday. Women's have their member guests. I haven't seen their advertisements yet. They're probably full anyway. They always fill up so quickly. But if you see it and you want to get involved, they will have their member guests on July 17th. And the men's have put out theirs, 60 teams limit this year. They will sell out. July 24th is their member guest. So 2 Fridays. We got that word. I'm not sure. We do have a shotgun. I'm not sure if we do have a shotgun in the morning for the people not playing that.
Yeah, and one of the biggest things, John, too, that I would say is that if you're interested in being involved in some capacity, these events don't happen without member involvement, volunteers. I know typically the men would help out with the ladies member guests, the ladies help out with the men. We're looking for some volunteers on both committees. Also these events don't happen without sponsorship. So sponsorship plays a key role in elevating these experiences for members and their guests. And ultimately, some of these, it's an opportunity for guests to come out and, they might be wowed by the experience that they have, the member guests, and want to be involved in the club. So if you're able, on the sponsorship side, please don't hesitate to reach out to somebody on the member guest committee, or if you're not sure who are on those member guest committees, feel free to send me an email and I'd be happy to put you in touch with them, because I know that the committees are all looking for some help to be able to offset some of those expenses that, obviously this year, a lot of increases in, food costs and a lot of, fuel and all that sort of stuff. So sponsorship goes a great length to be able to supply a great experience for those guests. So please, if you're interested in helping out, we'd love to talk to you and figure out and let you know how you can help.
And that's all for this week. Wish Cam to get well soon. He's fighting a virus right now, so hopefully he'll be back soon, but hope he gets well soon. Nolan, thank you for stepping in today. It's really good. You're going to be stepping in tomorrow in the Men's League TV update, so we'll have some good results for that. Our men are playing today, I think, the second leg of the Ryder Cup, I believe, because there was a whole bunch that went out early this morning to play their 9 for Men's League, and then they're going to the Ryder Cup match, so we'll have some results there. I don't know when the ladies are going to reschedule their Solheim Cup. It was just pouring rain all day. Sunday they couldn't have played, but hopefully we'll get that news back to you.
We actually have, so an email went out this morning, actually, John.
Okay.
There you go. So we've actually settled on Sunday, August 30th.
Okay.
We've got a very, very busy calendar, obviously, as everybody knows, so finding dates can sometimes be a bit of a challenge. So we've settled on the 30th. We know mid-August is a busy month with club championships. Didn't want to impact and take away from those, so we settled on the 30th. Looking forward to a great day of that, and obviously, Team Europe versus Team Canada in that 6-6-6 format. It's a fun one to do. So,
all right, and so everybody, until next week, everybody play well.
thank you.